In this video, I'm going to show beginning to end how to automatically generate a Sendspark personalized video in a high-level workflow. So you're like using contact properties like first name, company name, etc. In the video, you're going to generate the video automatically and then automatically send it in either email or SMS or WhatsApp. I'll kind of share everything. This is kind of assuming that you know nothing. So we'll just kind of go through it. And if you need to skip ahead, then you can do that as well. But okay, so the first thing we're going to need is just our workflow in HighLevel. I'm just going to call this Sendspark demo video. And then what you'll do is, when you're setting this up, you're going to add a trigger for whatever should trigger this automation, which can be anything in HighLevel. And then what's going to happen is you're going to choose when you want, set up your workflow when you want the video to be generated. And so what we'll do for this is actually going to be a custom webhook. And what's confusing about HighLevel is they have two things. They have a custom webhook and a normal webhook. So make sure you're using the custom webhook. So leave this open here. And now what we'll do is we'll go into Sendspark. One thing that you do need before setting up the automation is your dynamic video campaign. So this is like the template for what you're going to be sending out. And you can use multiple variables, like this thing is blocking it, but the first option here is multiple variables. So you could do name, company name, like different variables in the video. I'm going to do AI greeting for this demo just because these videos generate a lot faster. It makes for a better demo. So we'll call it Sendspark HighLevel demo. And then, what you would do is record a video, leave placeholders where you want the variables to go. I'm just going to go ahead and use the sample video so that we get something here and we don't spend a lot of time. In this type of video, the first name's automatically going to be replaced. You can also choose if you want to do a dynamic background to make it look like you're recording over someone else's page. You can set up a landing page, which is where we host the video to make it easy to send out. I'm going to do like a random template here. One thing I'll also point out is you can embed calendars. So we do have like a direct integration with HighLevel here too, if you wanted to add a HighLevel calendar next to your video. But this one's using HubSpot. So, okay, we have the page set up. This is good to go. We're not going to add contacts manually here because we're going to do it automatically through HighLevel. But if you do want to just do like one video to see how this works, go ahead and generate a video. But otherwise, we'll kind of leave this in a corner and we'll start setting up our automation. And I'll let the first video generate. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is go back into Sendspark and I'm going to go to the agentic workflow section. And so this is what we're going to use to connect Sendspark with HighLevel. And we'll just walk through it step by step. So we'll call this HighLevel demo. So as the trigger, what you're going to do is search for HighLevel. And we want to link this to this workflow that we just set up. So we'll do event created. I'm going to do a new connection here. And so here it asks for the HighLevel account, location, API key, an API agency. So you can get these in HighLevel in your API key settings. I'm going to pause recording for just a second so you don't see my API key, and I'll be right back. All right, so I got my API key connected here, and now this lets us access everything. So we're going to do this event created, and what we can do here is grab this webhook URL. So we're going to take this webhook URL and put it in the custom webhook section. You don't have to change anything else, but just paste this here. One other thing that you might want to change is here where it says raw body. This is the data that we're pushing from HighLevel into Sendspark, and you want to make sure that we're sending in everything that you're going to need to generate the video. So if we go back to the Sendspark video that we created, these are the fields that we can send in. So like first name, email, LinkedIn profile URL, company, job title, background URL. For almost every video, you're probably going to want the first name and the email, and then the background URL is actually what goes behind here. And so you could use, the website URL or something. So I'm just going to go and check that those are the same. Those are the things I want. And you can see by default, they put name. I'd rather have first name. So if you just start typing that word, then you'll see it kind of come up here and you can pick it. Just make sure to add the comma back. So the ID we definitely want, the name we want. I'm going to call this first name just for my reference. email, phone. This is all fine. And then, if you wanted to send in a background URL or something, you could do another one and say, hey, background URL. And then this could be like website, contact website. I don't know why that came up. All right. Okay, cool. And just double check everything looks right. Okay, we can save this action. And now what we'll do, so we have our webhook, we have the data sending in. Now we'll go back to Sendspark and click wait for webhook. And we want to fire this. So the way to fire it is you click test workflow, and then you can add in a contact to test, click run test. And what we want to see in Sendspark is that data appear. You can go to enrollment history here to just like keep track of it, make sure that it's sent. Let's refresh. Did we save it? Do we need to save anything? Probably should hit save. All right, well, we didn't save this, so let's try again. We'll do test contact, and then here we'll add a test here. And cool, so we do see someone went through. It says current status processing step, but hey, as long as they're moving, cool. And so we do see this is the information that HighLevel sent into Sendspark, which is great because this is what we need to use in the next step of our automation. So we got this first step. Now we're going to add another step to create a dynamic video. So for this, we'll use Sendspark. It'll be create dynamic video. And I'm going to click on my connection. And now what we want to do is map those fields from HighLevel into Sendspark. So first I want to get the video that I created, which was called, what did I call it? Sendspark HighLevel demo. So we'll find that. So that's my video. And then we can map in the fields that we're sending from HighLevel in here. So we wanted to send the email. And then I was using the background URL. So let's send this one as well. And if you're using other fields, you can map it in here too. And then I'll go ahead and hit save. So now what's happening is when this happens, so when someone hits this stage of the automation, then we're pushing them into Sendspark and we're going to generate that AI personalized video, which is great. But there's one other thing that needs to happen for you to send it out. And that is to actually, okay, it's like, cool, video gets created, but now we want to send that data from the video back into HighLevel so we can send it. I don't know why I hit start. Ignore that. I'm going to pause this. So we want to do one more step here, which is going to be to update the contact in HighLevel with the information from Sendspark. So you'll do update contact. You can select that connection again. And we're going to basically say like, hey, well, when the video generates and we have like a video link that we want to share or an email embed snippet, let's push that back into HighLevel. So, and here you can add the contact ID from the previous step. But what we need to do first is actually create the custom fields that we're going to be pushing back into HighLevel because we want to like this. And in this account, I already have video links set up, but I'll show you how to create this and then how to push that data back in. So what you'll do is go back into HighLevel. We'll go to custom fields, and then we can just add a field. And it can be single line of text. The field name, I'm going to call this Sendspark email embed snippet. And we'll have one, we'll push this in here. And then group contact. And then I'm going to do a second one here, which I'd recommend you doing both of these. So that's like the email snippet, but it's also nice to have just the video link. So Sendspark video link. And then this is what you'll need to do for like WhatsApp or SMS. It's just a link to the video. So we have this. Cool. So now we have our custom fields here. You can go back into Sendspark and click on update to get the new fields, and we see them. And now what we want to do is take the information from the Sendspark video and map it into these fields. So what we're going to do is video link, which actually is called share URL. So we'll map that in, and then we'll also map in this email embed snippet. If you type in HTML, you'll see this, and it's like a little HTML snippet that we give you. So now we can do this. And so now these are the 3 steps to our automation. So it's like trigger happens, personalized video gets created. As soon as the video gets created, it's going to push that data back into HighLevel. So now we can start this campaign. And what we'll want to do to make sure that these videos actually send out is go back to HighLevel, and then we'll add I'll show you how to do both. So we can add an email step, which would be send email. And, you'd put the information you want here, like Sendspark video. And then what you do is, the same way you can add a first name field in email, you can add your video. So for email, it would look like this. Here's your video. And then you could do like HTML. What do we call that? We call that Sendspark. Contact field, custom field. I'm going to save this. I think I need to refresh to get that new custom field in this. Here, let's save. So we'll go back here, and then now let's see if it's there. So contact, custom fields, boom. Okay, and now we have our email snippet. So look like this. Cheers, Bethany. So that would be for email. One thing is, obviously you need to leave time for your video to generate and get back here. So if you're doing this for real, I would definitely recommend adding a wait step and just be like, wait for 15 minutes. And then that was email. If you want to do WhatsApp or SMS, then you could do the like steps here, and you'd be kind of the same thing. You'd be like, hey, first name, here's a video, but this time you use the link snippet you made, because when you send, you can use the link snippet for like pretty much anything. But if you send an email, we recommend using the email HTML snippet, because that's when it's going to display as a GIF and look really nice. If you were to send the video link here in text, it's going to automatically unfurl. So you don't need to do like the special email HTML. You can just do the video link like this and it will work. So, this is how you'd set it up after that. And then what you can do is just, test it for one more contact. Make sure that when you're testing it this time, your campaign is on, because we kind of want to see everything happen. So what you can do is then click run test, and then this should enroll the contact. You can double check that they're actually enrolled and they're going to get to that step. And then what we should see here, if we go to the analytics, the history, then we can see that what happened is the event was received. Great. We've started creating the dynamic video. It's going to take a couple minutes for that to generate. But if we go back here to our video, we do see that new contact generating. And as soon as that video has been generated, then what's going to happen is the third step, where we'll update the contact with that information, and everything should be ready to go in order to actually send the video in the email or SMS step. So that is everything. It's a little bit of a setup for sure. What was this? 13 minutes. But once this is going, it's going to be totally automated, save you a ton of time, and really help you connect personally at scale. So hope this helps. Thanks for watching, and have a